So we've been getting a lot of rain over the last couple of days, and it's been a big scramble for us to get our roof on this building so that we don't have any risk of any kind of water damage. So what we've done is we put a TPO roof on this building, which is kind of a thick rubber membrane. And the reason that we're using that is because it's really good at keeping the rain out. We have made it a goal on this project to use as little synthetic material as possible, but the roof, it's not something you want to skimp on. We don't want to have to stay up at night worrying if water is going to get into this building. The other really cool thing about this roof is that we have a lot of insulation above the roof deck. We've got about 6 inches of insulation, R35, which is about 50% higher than a comparable building in the area. The last thing too is that once this roof is done, in a few weeks, we're going to put on a tile roof deck, a wood tile roof deck made from black locust, which is a locally available wood, very rot resistant, and it should give a really nice aesthetic to this top of the building, which has a beautiful view of the city.
All right, in any high performance house, the walls are very important, and we tend to create weaknesses in those walls when we punch holes in them. So we punch a hole in the wall, we punch a hole in all of our control layers: water, air, vapor, thermal, and we have to address that. On this project, we'll be using high performance windows and continuous insulation, and they will break those control layers. One way to address that is to use something like a thermal buck product, which is what we have here. With a window, the inefficient part of it is not necessarily the glazing. The glazing's not as efficient as the rest of the wall, but the window frame and its connection to the wall is where that's where it's really weak. So one way to combat that is to use a product like this that takes your air control, your thermal control, your water control, and wraps it into the opening to keep that alignment. So at the window opening, we wrap all those layers into the back side of the window because that's where the water control, air control lives, and then we connect everything. So the thermal buck does that. It takes that continuous insulation, aligns it with the rest of the wall, and then it wraps it into the opening to align with the back side of the window. And it also makes the detailing really a lot easier for installation. We can take the flange of the window, screw it into the thermal buck, and tape it over the thermal buck. That keeps the continuous insulation in plane with the window, which makes all of those siding details easier.